Welcome to another stream. It's another stream, another day. Let's see. I hope the audio is louder than last time. So, hope it's not clipping because I did increase it slightly, but we'll see. Let me know if there's any problems. What's first? Well, I guess we shall continue with the same tradition we started last time, which was a separate fight night, or the start of the fight night to a separate elite list. I'll drop that in a moment. And as last time, then preferably if folks wouldn't leak this out, this will be just for those who are here watching the stream. I will notice if there are a lot more people in the list than who are watching the stream at the moment. So let's try to keep it within the stream. So here you go. Cool. Already somebody said it sounds better. That's excellent. So go ahead and sign up there. We will start the fight night with this list then again, like last time. And then once that's finished, we shall dump everybody into the same list again. And you get to have a chance at another go. We'll see how that goes. So what should we start with? Battle news, I suppose. While I go through the battle news, comment down below if you want, because I have another segment here. I have a segment about a certain condition in the game, and I'll go through the basic workings of that, answer any questions you might have if I can, and then we can do that right with the battle news at the beginning here, or we can do that, say, midway or when we change over to the other list. Comment below how you'd like to do it, and I'm happy with anyway. So let's get the battle news going. You have a small chance of winning twice, but there are a lot of people on the second list, the major list. So odds are you won't fight twice, but you have a chance. It's the plus side of being here. Right, so let's start off with battle news. So, The Great Plague Season 2 on its way. We have one new feature here, Artifact Packs. They're available in the shop, and they're basically the same as the Unit Shard Packs. So, artifacts you can get from there. Let's see what it looks like then on Monday. So, yeah, and so basically they're limited. They're available. They're available immediately on Monday, and then they refresh every few hours. Encyclopedia with battle news. I don't know. Yeah, the first quiz is at 100 because we got so much stuff to go through at the beginning here. It's crazy to stick in a quiz all in between here. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure we'll get to 3 quizzes. We'll see. Anyway, let's continue. Power Stones, Season 2 of 4. I remember to change that part of the text. And so what do we have? We've got tearing up in the offensive, damage, critical, and leech. Then we've got added Berserk. Berserk is back. I know there are a lot of people who've been waiting for Berserk. It's not been around for a while. Then from the defensive Power Stones, tearing up our protection, cover, and resist conditions. And then from the movement Power Stones, tearing up our speed, charge, and dash. And we have Revitalize 1 and Time Warp coming in. Then in the range Power Stones, aim and blaster tearing up, and no change in the ability Power Stones. So there we go. Then moving on, balance changes on the way. We have quite a few balance changes this time. There's some buffs and some nerfs. Go through what they're like. Catapult. The faction changed from order to construct, so it's going to be changing back. There's more about that a little later on. Basically, that's at the moment it's order, because there is a bug which would cause havoc with most people's battles if nothing was done, and that's the easiest way for us to do it, is to prevent it from being reconstructed. So it is order at the moment, but that'll be changing by Monday. I see there's lots of people already reacting to the Berserk. Yes, Berserk, it's crazy. Death Knight, the aura range. So Death Knight is getting some pretty nice buffs at the moment. There's been talk that it's been kind of underpowered and not used much. This is basically based on the suggestions channel in Discord. So we're going to be increasing the range. The aura range is from 6 to 8. And then the health per level increased from 5% to 7.5%. So folks, we should be happy with that, and we should be seeing more of the Death Knight after this. The Spirit Shield generator also getting a little boost. The base shield power is increased from 700 to 900. And then, yeah, T31M, that's why the Mechanical Horror also, because of that, Mechanical Horror has not had the Construct faction for this season, but it will be changing back on Monday, as it says below. Mechanical Horror faction added Construct. That will be returning to normal. Then we have artifact changes. The Arcane Reconstruction Hammer. It's the bug fix, so it well, it was fixed, so that means the Catapult and Mechanical Horror get to go back to normal. We did have a fix for it, but it did not work completely, so that's why we've kept the factions as they are. The artifact, Primal Warhorn, third attunement, healing effect trigger time increased from 5 to 10 seconds. Scotty Boy, yeah, the catapult at the moment is order, but it shouldn't be. It should be construct, and that will be changing back on Monday. Then we have the artifact Sword of the Phoenix. Third attunement, burn condition spread probability increased from 1 to 25% to 1 to 50%. That's a nice buff. Don't see the Sword of Phoenix used too much, so let's see if that has any effect. Then we have the Crown of the Lightbringer, third attunement again. Stun effect time range decreased from 0.5 to 3 to 0.5 to 2 seconds. And then we have the Eyes of the Ancient One. And again, third attunement. The time between random mind control possibilities decreased from 2 to 1 seconds. Little buff there, I would imagine. Where were we? Power Stone clone bug fix. The clone unit can no longer be reborn as invisible and invincible. Kind of the same type of bug as what the Arcane Reconstruction Hammer had. Not the same bug, but very similar. Bit of a coincidence that. Partly causing problems also because they were so similar to figure out which one was causing what. So anyway, or I would imagine. I don't know. I don't code stuff, so just guessing there. Then we have other changes. Rare units have been added to the unit shard pack carousel in the booster shop. So not mythics anymore only. So now there are rares as well. Bounty Hunt. Now this is going to be a bit of a change, and some of you have noticed probably in the Discord suggestions channel, there's a thread where you can go and voice your opinion on the current contracts, which ones are not to your liking, and it's possible that they will be dropped. Contract requirements have been rebalanced. While individual contracts now require more effort, a lesser amount of them needs to be completed, as the towns now require less bounty marks. So the bounties themselves will become a little bigger in a way, but you then need to do less of them. So basically the amount of work should be about the same, but the contracts should then be a little bit more, interesting, more stuff to do. We'll see. And then, yes, Bounty Hunt. The most disliked contracts have been completely removed. This is what we're going through at the moment. There's quite a few that I do know will be removed. I believe the Guild 2 Righteous Defenders with Valkyrie is going to be scrapped. And then, what was it? Kill X unit with Ember Fiend. That's also quite difficult because it's actually quite often the fire, the burning that kills the unit and not directly the Ember Fiend, and then you don't get the kill. So that's going to be scrapped because it is in some cases quite difficult. Moving on, Yes, new contracts added to the units previously that previously had none. So we've got lots of new units. They're going to be getting contracts, which is. And then the rewards of all the towns, they're going to be now special wagons. So a bit more variety or more cool stuff than just the typical. So be getting shards. Shards from the bounties. Other changes, there's some change here. Eternite, it's being removed from the small, medium, and large wagons and being replaced with gold. So gold is going to be increased in the wagons while the Eternite is taken out. Would have to say that that's pretty much because there is so much Eternite about, and it's to give more of a prestigious feeling to the cosmetic wagons, wardrobes. Yeah. Achievement rewards have been overhauled. Some rewards were made bigger, others smaller, and certain rewards were changed to a different type altogether. There's so many. Don't want to clutter up this with a list of everything, but little changes. And then fixed an issue that prevented the unit shard packs to become refreshed when the cooldown timer ran out. I personally never ran into this bug, but it was there. And then the last one fixed an issue that caused purchased unit shard packs to trigger a notification on every login. So that will be the little red mark that there's something new in there. So, what do you guys want to do? Shall we continue on and go through some basics of the mind corruptor or mind controlling, or shall we get to fight night and do that later? First few that comments on this will be me having lots of be cool if there weren't so many duplicates in the wardrobes. Okay, so nobody's commenting on that. Let's go ahead and we can go straight in to have a look at the mind control as well as we're here. So it's a little section called Crucible's Battlefield Manual. So this is going to be Volume 3, Chapter 239, Subsection 21C, also known as Mind Control. Anyway, we've got Mind Control is a special condition that cannot be replaced by another condition, unlike, for instance, freeze or burning, where they can replace either of themselves, either one. You cannot replace mind control. It can only be removed completely various ways. The condition itself currently lasts for 5 seconds. And there are 3 sources of mind control. There's the mind corruptor. Are we here again? Are we here again? It's going to take a few moments for everything to go ahead. Oh dear. Are we back yet? Are we back yet? Looks as though we're back. I refreshed my yeah, Crucible's animosity towards Demon Flower crashed the segment. We are back. Hope all you guys can have been able to resume. So anyway, just commenting in the chat there. So So shall we continue? I think we'll continue. Where did we end up? All of these. Somebody shout out that they can see the stream again. At least I can see myself move. It's alive. Good. Somebody's already commented there. So I'm pretty sure we can just move ahead. So anyway, we'll continue. So not quite sure at what point did it cut out, but the example we had there was if a unit has 50% resistance, then if it normally takes 10 seconds to control and it controls for 5 seconds, then it would be 15 seconds to control, and then it would only be controlled for 2.5 seconds. Excellent. Yep, lots of people saying we're good to go. So we're good to go. Let us continue. We'll continue. Anyway, that was the example for the Mind Corruptor. And the Mind Shrooms, super simple. They don't mess about with any damages. They don't care about that. They will just, boom, mind control. So you touch them and that's it. Glutinous, no, 100% would take it to 20 seconds. So 50 is half. 50% is half of the original. So if you have 10 seconds, you add 50%, that'll be 15 seconds. And if you take away 50%, again, it's half. It'll be 2.5 seconds. That's how I tend to understand it. That's well, that's the way it's designed anyway. Mind Shrooms anyway, so boom, they control immediately. They don't mess about with any times. It doesn't take any certain time to control anything. They just do it immediately. Resistance does work against these slightly, but it's only it would only be shortening the duration. Yes, 100% would be immunity, but that's a different matter. So then we're going ahead. Artifacts. So there are the Eyes of the Ancient One. Has a set time that it takes to control unit, which currently it is 4 seconds. There's a third attunement which can randomly grant you faster conversion as well. And I believe there was a buff to that. It was changing from 2 seconds to 1 second. Anyway, the artifact it controls, it takes 4 seconds to control any unit, doesn't matter which one, and that's it. Resistances obviously then will reduce the time that unit is controlled for the duration. And then there's the artifact, the Eye of the Corruptor. It works pretty much exactly like, and don't tell me we've got 100 likes already. Do we have 100 likes? No, we got 74 likes. Yeah, it's at 100 likes because we've got so much stuff to do at the beginning here. Don't worry, we'll do lots of quizzes. So anyway, the Eye of the Corruptor, it basically, it's buffing the speed, duration, capping resistances and immunities, and buffing or debuffing units that are or have been controlled. So that artifact itself does not do any mind corrupting on its own, but it will make things a lot easier. Which units run over shrooms not getting mind controlled? That would be units that are completely immune. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for mind control. Yep, that was it for mind control. So 50% for double time does make the most sense mathematically. No, it's an increase. So when there's a resistance of 50%, that 50% is, when we're talking about the duration, it's considered as an increase or decrease. And what it's there, if you have any number and you add 50% to it, and then you're adding half of that original number. 50% of 10 is 5. You're adding 5. If you wanted to double it, you would be adding 100%. Okay. Give condition artifacts priority over bulwark. No, sounds like a interesting balance change. That's something that could be considered. Anyway, we've had enough of the battle news now, and we went through the Minecrafter stuff. If you guys like that kind of segment where we go through something and so on, do give feedback, ideas of what you'd like to see next. What about immunities that also get mind controlled? For instance, Plague Bear. Yes, if you have the artifact, let's open up. Let's have another look. Can we get it? Actually, why not? We can open up the game and we can have a look. The reason why you have situations where you have a unit that is immune to plague, but it gets plagued. How can that happen? It's immune. Ah. Let's have a look. Let us have a look. Yes, here we go. So, what we have here, was it this one? Yes, this one. The first attunement of the Eye of the Corruptor. Enemy units' maximum resistance to mind control is now capped at 58% in this case. Overrides all other mind control resistances and immunities. So that basically means even if you have a unit that is immune to plague, his immunity will be capped to, in this case, 58% resistance. That is how an immune unit can get plagued. There are similar artifacts for plague that mind controlled. There's similar artifacts for plague. You can see here we've got, again, the first attunement. It's capping the same way. And then we have the similar thing for burn, which is a sort of phoenix. Also puts a cap to immunities. There we go. So anyway, you can now see the army that you are facing. As it is the plague season era, I went for something that usually don't go for, but we're going to do lots of plague stuff. I was thinking about a Mind Corruptor army, but I do not like that demon flower. We'll see next time. We can try one next time. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we have the elite list, and the elite list is closing down. It is now shut down because I am beginning to make alterations to it so that we can start the fight night. And also the normal fight night sign up is also closing down. As soon as I can find it. There it is. Oh, the 304 sign-ups. Lots. Anyway, we have the first group, the elite group, the special ones, the chosen ones. Don't copy and paste onto wrong places. We'll have a quick look. There's at least one who has forgotten the @ sign. I was thinking why the @ sign is always so difficult, but I suppose there might be countries that just don't have it on the keyboard. They don't have an @ sign, but I suppose you should, because emails always have the @ sign. Anyway, fight night. Here we go. Here we go. Crucible's minions will have 500 gems for a win, 250 for a draw, and 100 for a loss or no fight. which won't happen in this group because everybody gets to fight. Yay! We'll go ahead and shuffle the participants. There we go. Is now saved. We have gone live. And let's have a quick look at the army that you're facing. This is going to be a tough one, I imagine. I just signed up earlier. Didn't know if it was the elite list. It doesn't matter. It's okay. We'll be doing doubles anyway. So let's have a look. We have the Necro Dragon, 140 level. We have cover, protection, and damage. We have lots and lots of plague bearers. We have lots and lots of plague bearers. They're at level 140, and they pretty much all have protection and what was that? Charge? Yes, charge. They're the ones on the front. The ones at the back, though, I just put protection, damage, and protection. I didn't want charge because they are there for kind of like, you know, they're keeping the back of the dragon so all safe for anything that happens to pop up. Then we have some Risen Warriors. At the top, bottom, and at the back, they've all got damage and charge, double charge. So I'm getting those moving fast. And then we have a group of Chaos Archers at the back with damage, accuracy, and blast. Was there some... I think there was some talk in the suggestions somewhere. Somebody was talking about how the blast works, that there's confusion on how that works. Blast, the way it works, it says there, if the target of the attack is in range of 6 units or less, the damage of the attack is increased by 20%. Now, I think the word here, units, is causing a bit of trouble. We're not talking about units on the field, actually, you know, the little guys moving about. Not those units, but actual units, a measure of length. So, for instance, we have... Well, the Death Knight is just getting a buff. It has a range of 6, and it will be going to 8. So if you have a look at the size of the aura the Death Knight has, then that is 6 units wide. What's the elite list? It's the sign-up list that we had for at the beginning of the chat. There was a sign-up for the first group that get to fight, and after that we moved to the main group that's in the Discord. That sign-up was open 1 hour before stream. Anyway, hope you all got how the blast power stone works. Then we have plague throws. Obviously, we need plague throws, protection, cover, and accuracy. So what I'm going for there is a little bit of speed to the projectiles so that they get to hit the target they're aiming for a bit faster. Actually, yeah, that's right. Yep. And then, just to make things interesting, because the Necro Dragon actually creates skeletons, so I decided to chuck in the Necromancer as well. Necromancer, I've only got cover and protection. I don't really need any speed for him in this case. I want him to pretty much stay where he is. It's a unit that doesn't really move about too much anyway, so we'll keep him there. I want him to stick near the dragon. And that's it. Oh, well, what are the... We have the Cauldron of the Plaguebringer. Have it at tier 5. It's quite powerful, but I think it's fine. It's fine. Then we have the Skull of the Necrolord, just to get some more skeletons in there. Again, tier 5! Ooh. And then we have Dark Soul the Devourer, staying at tier 4. We don't want to make things too difficult. Let's see. Oh dear. Anyway, that's all ready. Shall we start? Is everybody ready? Hope the stream hasn't frozen again, because nobody's talking about anything. I seem to be moving still, so anyway. A couple more likes. We're at 91. Well, a bit more than a couple. You need about 9 there. Let's see. we're going to start spinning off. We should be starting off with Thunderhead. Let's see if we get Thunderhead. We got Thunderhead! DVD cover. Yes, I'm very tired of losing. We'll see. Folks are quick, then you can get to creating an army that would beat this easily. There are a few ways to do it. Requires speed. I think few assassins with charge. Yes, it will be difficult to win today. We've had many streams where it's been super easy to win. Enough of that. See how this goes. Oh dear. Oh, we've got we have a Death Knight there. There you can see the Death Knight's aura. That is currently 6 units wide. So if that was a unit that had the Blast Power Stone, then any unit it attacks within that kind of an area, then the damage would be, well, 20% at least in the case of the Power Stone I had. This one's not, whoa, surprisingly few units I was left with. And I didn't get the Devourer. That was interesting. So I didn't get very many skeletons spawned. We do have also the list kindly provided by the sages. I just noticed Annie Viper had sent me a Discord DM. You're cut off. Difficult to track everything. Got 2 computer monitors. Then I have the iPad. I have 4 windows in all in each monitor. Actually, in the 2, so 2 per monitors. Was it the Paladin? I'm pretty sure that was the Death Knight. Oh, could have been the Paladin. They have the same range at the moment. So the aura of the Paladin is also 6 units. I'm nearly 99.999% sure of that. Anyway, so yeah, indeed, provided by our dear sages, I do have a nice list of all, but there's so many suggestions. Got to go through them all, but we'll see. I'll try to pick out in the list I've got. I can't see who has the most reactions, so I can't like pick out the top ones. But we'll see. I'll pick some out. I do know there will most likely be somewhere in there. There will be 1 or 2 or maybe 10 about the offers. Non-morto. Whoa. But I won. This is going to be super difficult. I think Non-Morto is in position number 6 at the moment, and oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm on a roll. Maybe too much. I mean, it's not nice if you all of you lose. Let's see. We'll see what this is like, and if needed, we can try doing some nerfing. Oh, are we at 100 likes? 100 likes, 100 likes. Yeah, we're at 100 likes. So let's do the first quiz. I hope it's open. I do hope it's open. Let me just check before I drop you the link, because then it won't work. It's not open. It's open. So anyway, you might recognize this from a certain channel in Discord. We'll see. It's a good quiz anyway. So go ahead and start answering that. Zoe Odd. Zoios. 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 Something like that. Joeyani, I for one support these fights being hard. Yeah. That's good to hear, because that means you're not here for the gems only, so. The cavalry unit, yeah, that's been suggested quite often. That is a good idea. Would be a neat unit to have. Anyway, back to I was at one point going to say, I do know one topic that 100% sure that is at least 30 times in the list here, and that's the offers. There's been lots of talk about offers popping up too much. Some of you calling them ads. They're not ads, they're the offers. So in-game offers for in-game stuff. Ads would then be adverts that you watch, and after that you get this. But the offers themselves, it turns out then there is an issue with the offer carousel. So the one that does come up when you log into the game. So when you start the game, that you have the login or the loading screen. When you have that, then you will get the carousel, which takes about 3 seconds. And after that, you would battle, and sometimes you'd get another offer, just a single one. It's actually the same carousel, but it would be a single offer. And in some cases, if you just minimized the game and brought it back, then it would pop that up again. That's been kind of difficult to reproduce because it is not happening consistently. It is a, it might be a server-side issue, but it is not supposed to do that. The offer carousel is only supposed to pop up when you load the game, that you have the loading screen. And after that, then it shouldn't pop up again unless you load the game again. Wonder what I got. What did I get? 10 gems! Yes! Anyway, it's going to be handy, that 10 gems. I can do some good armies next time. Just a joke. So anyway, yeah, so the this rogue offer that pops up, for some it's even popped up. Apparently we haven't had that reproduce at all. I've had other cases where if you minimize and bring the game back, then it would produce the rogue offer, but we have not had it that without minimizing or opening any extra stuff on your device. But we have reports of a few that have had them all the time. So after every single battle, even without minimizing the game, then that rogue offer would pop up. And it's not supposed to do that. We are looking into that. I see. Please check currencies for... Oops. Interesting. I see, it says, please check currencies for other countries. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. To elaborate, in-game purchases, that's the only part where there are currencies, and they're tied to either Apple or Google. They handle all purchases and all transactions. So if you have a situation where the currency that you use locally is not shown, then there's something wrong with either your Google account settings or on Google's end. What can happen is you can have your Google account localized to a certain country, and for instance, if you go travel somewhere, then it may remain, the currency of Google purchases may remain as the currency of your original country. But if you have a problem that wrong currency shown, then I would venture a guess that there's something wrong in your own settings in Google or Apple. Good to see that I'm not winning every single battle, though. Let's see how Charlie does. Nerf second artifact. Nerf the second one? Oh, you mean the you mean the Skull of the Necrolord? There's a problem with that. I can't nerf it per se. The tier is what it is. I can't bring it back down, so we can either roll the attunements and try to get a worse roll, or just remove it completely. I'm thinking if this goes over the top, that I'm almost all the time 90 to 100%, then for the second round, might drop some power stones off some of those units. That will make a difference. It will. It will. Not a huge difference, but it will make a difference. Anyway, yeah, some of these suggestions. Yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the pop-ups. Yes. Royal Shipments and Unit Express needs to be looked at again. Players have auto-spin on for hours, but they find out that they've spun 6 times because of the shipment boxes. I think we've had this last time as well, and some other times folks have asked about that. The thing about the Royal Shipments and the Unit Expresses, they tend to pop up quite early in the game when you load, for instance, the first time in the day. Then they'll pop up quite quick. We already noticed that we already had the Royal Shipment here, and I think we had the Unit Express as well. Once you've had those, then that's it for at least a good few hours. More than enough time to use all of your auto spins before they come back again. So what I suggest doing is that you actually play the game for a while until you have those pop up, and after that, hit the auto spin and spin away. The reason why we don't just prevent them from working is because lots of folks will want the Royal Shipments, at least. Quite often some good stuff. I mean, hey, I just got 10 gems. Okay, sometimes they're not the best. Sometimes you can get more. Personally, I really don't think there is actually an option for not showing the Royal Shipment, and to show it, it needs to stop, for instance, stop an auto spin. So Joeyani, the shipment should be resolved by the time you spun to fill a chest slot. That's how it's worked for me. Yeah, exactly. So you spin enough to fill one of the chest slots, because obviously you're going to be opening a chest. So after that, just spin away to get that going again, and you should have gotten both, and after that, just auto spin away. So what I hate about these corner or upper and down strategies is that they usually work against me. Okay. Well, my strategies at the moment is not at a corner, or it's not an upper or down. It's just everywhere. Yeah, that is. I mean, they're different strategies, and yes, it's random what you get, what you encounter. So it is difficult to formulate a strategy that would work for everybody. But basically, in most, there's within rank, or each rank is pretty much its own kind of little own microcosm or whatever within ranks and so on. So you just need to kind of analyze what you're facing at the moment and try to come up with a good build that will get you going again. And then at some point you'll notice that you're not progressing anymore, and then you need to start analyzing again. Well, what kind of players are you facing now? They'll be at a higher rank, so the majority of them might have a different kind of build, so you need to adapt. It does require adapting to advance. Not to say you could, for instance, in rank 12, create an army that you just keep upgrading and not touch the layout at all, and you can advance like that, but it'll take a lot longer. Then obviously you can get into a situation where you do a lot of tweaking and you find perfect setup, perfect layouts that run really well. I mean, you can advance in the game. You can advance quite far with pure tactics in a way. So what happens then is you'll start to notice that, well, the enemies I'm fighting, they've all got 20, 30, 40 levels more on their units. And then you start thinking, well, this is not nice. The matchmaking must be rigged because I'm fighting folks who are a lot stronger than me. Well, that's because the matchmaking is working on the rating. And if you're advancing with pure tactics, then that means that, yes, you're going to be facing players with the same rating that have higher level units. What does it mean? Well, it means, well, you need to either do even better tactics, or you just need to simply grind some shards and get those units leveled up. Yeah. Joeyani, one thing I need word on, do your armies, or do our armies fight while we're offline, not auto-spinning off? Yes. Battle Legion is a multiplayer game. It is kind of a live multiplayer game, but it is what is called an asynchronous multiplayer game. So you're playing real opponents, you're playing real people, but the people you're playing, they don't need to be online. Your account is always open for somebody to play against, and it's the matchmaking system that will randomly, I think technically how it works is it probably based on your rating, it always grabs a pool of players with the same rating, and then it's randomly chosen from that pool, and so on. So folks do battle your account while you're offline. Up to a certain point, it has no effect on your game at all. But once you've reached, I think it was leagues, possibly silver or gold league, then the battles will start to affect your rating. And you'll notice that, for instance, if you, first time you log into your game, for instance, during a day, then you'll notice that your rating has changed completely from what it was. And that's because the background matches have taken place and they've had an effect on your rating. And you can also notice if you spin a battle, and while you're battling that battle, you can have a few other battles in the background that other people are playing against you. And you may win, but if you've lost all the other battles, then you might get negative points to your rating from that win. And that's the reason why that happens. Yeah. No problem, Joe. What kind of? There's suggestions on the season pass. Revert changes that have been made. About the season pass, that's a change that simply has been done. It's not going to be reverted, at least not immediately. It takes time to gather reliable data on various effects that it's had and so on. But all the relevant teams are aware of the feedback that it has. And then there was one, give us some rewards for draws. That is an idea. I mean, even here, the fight nights, I give you get 250 gems for a draw. That definitely is an idea. I would imagine it would be relatively easy to implement. So, that is something that I'm going to be taking forwards. I say I take it forwards doesn't mean it's going to be in the game. No, it means that I will introduce this idea forwards, and it'll go through various processes, and we'll see if it's something that can be done. Yeah, Deathly Hallows. Position 51. Yeah. Well, there we see the plague and... Oh, well, he's got the Devourer there. Oh dear. Ooh. Not bad, not bad. Any chance of a Chaos or Construct heal buff unit? Always a chance. I don't think there's immediately any plans for any. No, the Tide Shaman was nature, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Well, what you can do, you can use when we get around to the Festival of Veils, you can use Power Stones to change the faction of units, but changing faction of, for instance, a unit like the Paladin, then it will still function the way it originally functioned. It'll just be, for instance, a Chaos unit if you change it to that. But it will still only heal Order units. Paladin don't. Yeah, it only heals Order. Yeah. Yeah, Necron, the Faceless Lord. Spirit Shield Generator suggestion, remove aspect of consuming skulls to empower shield. And make every unit's inside Spirit Shield Generator barrier empower. Yeah, so basically suggesting that instead of consuming skulls, it would use the units themselves. The amount of units inside the barrier would power the Spirit Shield Generator. That is an interest. It's actually quite a neat idea. It would, however, completely change the mechanics of the unit, so that would be a lot more than just the balance change, for instance. Somehow I doubt whether that would be something that we'd implement, but it would be a neat idea for potentially a new unit to do that. Why not take it further? Make it a Chaos unit, and as it uses the units to power the shield, it actually drains a little bit of health out of the units. That would be a Chaos unit, yeah. Kind of like draining spirit, but it would create a shield with the spirit health that it drains. That'd be neat. Yeah. Defeat. I'm not winning them all. I'm not winning them all by a long shot. See, I'm only at 63%. This probably means that a lot of you are changing your tactics. Ooh. Where are we? We're fighting Nicholas. to keep track slightly of where we're going so that we don't all of a sudden run out of opponents. Ah, excellent. I'm losing. Geef has a suggestion. Give back Monster Hunter some weaknesses. He's basically immortal. He was for a while because there in fact was an issue with the Battle Drummer. The Battle Drummer was disabling stun completely for the Monster Hunter. It was actually doing it for another unit as well. But yeah, that's one reason why the force immunity was removed, because it was tied to that. But it shouldn't be. It can be stunned. The Monster Hunter's big weakness is stunning. So you get anything with stun that can stun it, use that, and that takes care of the Monster Hunter. A good unit for it is Faceless Knights, for instance. Very handy against them. And then the Lightning Spire, very handy against the Monster Hunter. They will both stun him quite effective. NIP. Looks as though I'm in for a win here. Victory! Arla, add mummy skin of the Plague Bearer into the Gods versus Barbarian wardrobe. It's perfect with the Stormcaller having the Pharaoh Ancient skin as well. Yes, it would be. The wardrobe will be around for a lot longer than just this era. Most likely that skin possibly will be in a different reward sometime this era. But I don't think changes to the actual wardrobe can be done anymore once it's set. Locked in. Then there also has been, I noticed there was some talk about the plague wagon we have at the moment for this era, that it's got more chaos units, so it should be called a chaos wagon. Granted, it could be called the chaos wagon, but it is the plague era, so it will be called the plague wagon. I have spoken. I'll look at some more suggestions a little later. Check out how we're going. Well, victory for me. I wonder what the win rate is. We're about 70? 70 exactly. We're fighting Orm. Orm, who is positioned globally at position 379. I was actually quite surprised when I created this army about how effective it was at creating skeletons. The Necro Dragon, very handy. Lightning Spire ranged. Oh, so what? Lightning Spire wouldn't. Yeah. Not 100% sure about that. So you mean the Lightning Spire wouldn't be effective against Monster Hunter? I do know it's deadly against the mental block here. Completely forgot the name of the unit. Eternal Champions. I do know the Lightning Spire is very good against the Eternal Champions. Yeah. That's something worth checking. Because it would have been, at least it would have been a good unit against it. But Faceless Knights at least, good for, oops, good for stunning. It's a stunning unit. Invisible skeletons with skull 5 is what makes this tough. Yeah. Not tough enough for some. That paladin go. Oh. Oh, down to 2 eternal champions. Done. Score scored. Actually, while we're doing this, because we now have about a little over 20 fights to go until we switch the lists. While we're chatting here, I shall edit the list and get the remaining few in. Go. And so we'll have the full list of everybody, which then will be nearly 400, which is a lot. So, oh, but hey, I just noticed nobody reminded me. This quiz at 125 likes. Yeah, I told you we'd do it. Oh, let's take a look. Yeah. DVD cover. Yeah, we can't do the second quiz yet because the second quiz, if you notice, it takes 125 likes. We have 114 likes there. Need a little bit more. Little bit. Teensy weensy bit more. Anyway, so my system should be taking care of duplicates as well. Anybody who signed up for both, then they won't be in the second group have a chance of fighting twice. So yeah, I appreciate it. All the @ signs are corrected. Oh. There. Now we have a list of all the remaining players. Be able to play them once we get to the end of the current list. Anyway, are we still live? Robert Espinoza, could you allow us to redo the story? I don't mind, no rewards. I like testing builds there. I don't know. There has been talk about additional levels, obviously, but that is something that has not been. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would be cool to redo them. But exactly is it possible? What's involved in recoding it? so that you can play them again, get the rewards. Or would it even matter if you got the rewards again? Could you just play it anyway? How do you destroyer? I don't know. How do you like quiz? The likes that we're talking about to get the quiz is the likes of the stream. So you hit the like button for the stream, it increases the amount of likes, and then as we get more likes, then we get more quizzes. Somebody needs the first quiz. There it is. There's a link to the first quiz again. Where are we going? Frankenstein. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Oh. Looks like another win for me. That is a powerful army. Folks, don't be scared to copy it and see how it runs out in the live game. Obviously, many won't have the equivalent levels or stuff, but the combinations here do seem quite effective. There could be some work done. Well, I don't know. The Necromancer seems to be holding up quite well. Once we get more Power Stones, then this might change again completely. Oh, look at that. That's a nice line of units. Pardon me. Seth. Initially is looking okay. What kind of army would you like next time? Mind corrupting army? Revenge of the Demon Flower. We played completely immobilized units with Cauldron 5. I think completely, but can immobilize quite well. Add in entangling roots, for instance, and I'm pretty sure it would immobilize completely. Mm. Anyway, we're going good. Vitalev. Where are we? There we go. Okay, so about a little over 10 matches to go. 12, I think. Then we will be changing lists. So what do you guys think? Should we try for a small nerf somehow, or... I actually like this because for once I'm overpowering folks. Yeah. A good balance in Fight Night is difficult to get. I mean, so easy to be way too underpowered and then way too overpowered. Lord Reginald. In position 234. Looking quite good, actually. You see there, even though my units are inflicting the plague, the Phoenix actually gets rid of the plague, replacing it with burn on my units. So I'm not getting the buff from the plague. Outsider. Oh, I get it. Outsider. I like this one. I like this. One time fight night is a true challenge. Yes, it is. It is a challenge. Gustav Lino, if you've already fought me, then yes. If you go and change it now, and if you make it to fight me again in the next lot, then yes, it will be against the new army you do. Just make sure you do your changes and give it a spin, and that will then save it, and I will fight that. There are possibilities that we could actually do a fight night against one of these crazy armies out. If you've seen the fantasy army videos, we can actually, how would you call it? Kind of like take a snapshot of from the server of all the players' armies as are, and then we can stick them into a different build where I can do magic and create fantasy armies, and then you guys can fight against the fantasy armies. Then you can't make any changes because the snapshot, that's it. It's not from the live game then or anything. It'd be a cool idea. See how your armies do against 300 bomb bots. With the arcane reconstruction hammer. Tier 5. Quiz 2. Oh, we got 128 likes. We're into quiz 2. That means quiz 1. Where do we have quiz 1? Quiz 1. Quiz 1. First quiz is now post. Where do we have the quiz link for number 2? Number 2 incoming. There's quiz number 2. Go ahead and answer. I hope quiz number 2 is open. That's the wrong quiz number 2. Last week's quiz number 2. There's quiz number 2 this week. No responses yet. Oh, we have one response. We have one response. Oh dear, I hope you guys... oh, it's good that you can't see these. We have a buff suggestion. Increase Monster Hunter attack speed by 200%. Oh dear. Skater Spade, the elite list. That is the list that is shown just in the stream. So it's just here. It's not in Discord, not anywhere. It's just for the folks who are watching the stream. Battle them first. And then what we do is we add that group to the group in the big list, shall we say. The list that's in Discord 1 hour before the stream. We combine those lists together and then we fight them. Now, granted, majority of them won't be able to fight, so we'll see. But at least, in the very least, you'll get 100 gems from the big list. Folks who are in the elite list, they get to fight in big list as well. So potential for 1,000 gems if you win in both. Potential, and not guaranteed. No, 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 no. Oh, no. I thought, yeah, I'd step out for a second. I don't know. But folks, if for some reason you don't fight when we get to the end of the list, then that means something was wrong with the battle tag. Hardy won. Hardy won. Hardy won. Is Hardy won? Ooh! Gone a long way now. We have 2 more fights after this one. Next up will be Belagola. What? So if my YouTube name made years ago doesn't match my in-game name, I haven't been fighting in streams. No, it's your player tag. So the player tag of your Battle Legion account doesn't have any effect on any YouTube accounts or anything like that. So as long as you put in your player tag incorrectly, then everything's fine. There's quite a few of you don't put in the @ sign, even though it's instructed to do so in the sign-up form. Basically, all I can do for those is just add the @ sign in front and hope that the rest of it's okay. Some have replaced the @ sign with a capital B or a capital C. In those cases, I've replaced a capital B or a capital C with the @ sign and just have to hope that it's correct. There's nothing I can do really about that. It'd be way too time consuming to check each one separately. It is what it is. And that actually went over. Henrik got to play twice. There we go. We have the last battle done. Now for a quick breather. Quick breather, and we shall switch list. Use event. Let's go quickly grab the massive list of how many. Total of 314. That's a lot. $314. Down. That. There. Little bit of manual work to do right here so that I can get all these tags as a running. That with just commas in between. Have it now. Crucible's minions win 500 gems, draw 250 gems, loss 100 gems. 1 million would be nice, wouldn't it? Go. And then we'll do a quick little shuffle. Save. Go live. Yes. And who are we starting with? We're going to be starting with Leopleurodon. 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 I do see actually a couple names here that are fighting again. At least a few of you have a chance. Jacob, sounds like a better to wait until the stream starts to sign up. Yes, it is. I agree. We do obviously have lots of folks sign up who can't watch the stream. Granted, that's okay because not everybody is able to watch the stream. I mean, you might be at work, you might be at school, you might be to sleep. So it's good that there is a list for everybody. Granted, it could even be opened a lot earlier. The problem there is then how much earlier, and then you'd have thousands of people who just sign up who aren't even going to be watching the stream. I don't know, but it's nice that able to somehow guarantee that the folks at least who are watching the stream here watching get to fight at least once, and some of you get to fight twice. How is Randu doing? Whoa! That was actually nice. It's nice to see my army win now and then. 82%, I mean, it's not overpowering, it's not winning everybody, it's not 100%. Everybody's gone quiet. Have we lost the stream again? No, we haven't. We're still here. Actually, there is a small problem we have at the moment. Who can guess what this small problem is? It has to do with the likes. Anybody guess? Guess what the problem is? Soup's on point. Can you guess what the problem is? Oh dear. Pataglucadole. I don't know. Just do not know. If you restart your game and you check how much your gems have changed from earlier today, then that might give you an indication of whether you win, had a loss, or a draw. Now and then, well, 82% is OP. 87% now. I never get to 82%. There's a way to do it. There's a way to get 100%. You do is you intentionally drop down in your rating. And then you put in a really good layout, and then you just win, 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 win. But the win rate, it's 1,000 gems for a draw versus this. Yeah, that would take skill to get a draw. It would indeed, especially with no constructs. If I had a construct in there, then a draw could in theory be easy to get. Especially a stationary construct. Some point making me think hard, but I'm not sure. Well, it has to do with the likes. It has to do with the quiz. And we have a problem. Ivan, yeah, we could take that into consideration next time. We could do I could do a crazy army and put in a crazy amount for the win. No, Soup's on point. No, 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 no. The problem we have is I do not have a quiz 3. So we need to think up of a quiz number 3 on the fly. Yeah. I just realized what the number 3 quiz is. I got it. It came to me. Actually, something that somebody just wrote a moment ago. Ivan. Okay, how should I word this? There we go. That is quiz done. Do a multiple choice. Yes. Oh. Oops. I have a third one as well. There we go. Yeah, we have the third quiz. Either live. Did you like this third quiz? Oh dear. No, the third quiz is now. It's better. It's better than that. It's good. Third quiz is now. Just quickly create the link for it so I can copy paste it really quickly when we get round to it. There we go. Where are we? Vergov. Is that kind of like ergo? BB, ergo, BB. Probably. Defeat for me. Wow. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. 88% win rate. Is more like it. I don't know, so should it be a swarm the next army then? 8 level 150 dogs with season 4 power stones. I can do that. Oh dear. Everybody's gone quiet again. There's no chatting. No, we're not frozen. The quality doesn't look good, at least on my little screen that I'm. Is the resolution good for everybody else? Look good. Oh, well, that's why, because it's set to some really low quality. It's fun. So, what's Ivan talking about? Refresh, lol, yeah. My connection, that sucks. Well, if you have a bad connection, then you won't get a good resolution. I did just check. 180 should be available if you have the bandwidth. If you don't, then you need to look at me all pixelated. And it's pretty good. Oh, I nearly jinxed it. Should we try? We can jinx this. OBS hasn't crashed this time at all. See how long it'll take for OBS to crash now. Yeah, 8 level 150 dogs, backed up by a couple level 150 wolves. What else could we put in there? Phylactery versus phylactery battles never end in draw. That can depend on the artifact, because it can change how long the units are alive after they've been killed, and there were some other variances. That could be a topic for the next Crucible's Battlefield Manual. Workings of one or two of the artifacts. I don't know. Scars, Pets and Pests. Thanks, Discord. A little late on just giving me the notification for this. Oh dear. Discord sent the notification late. Sound good. That's a pity, that. Soup sound point. No, not until 150 likes. Well, as usual, I cave in at the last minute and send in the quiz, even though we don't quite make it to 150. Oh. We'll see. Oh, you were replying to... Oh, okay. No, not until 150. Yeah. Yeah. So, obviously, Alana said earlier. Oh, right, you did. Did you drop the third quiz? I don't know. There's so many lines of text in the chat I can't follow. Yeah. Can Draining Spirit have a scary nun skin? Yeah. No. I'm just scrolling back to see if I've matched up yet. Skater Spade, that's nice, yeah. Ronin. Did Ronin have... victory for me. Those skeletons are powerful. Those skeletons are powerful. The MNK. Or the monk. The monk. The Radio Geo dead chat. Yeah, it's gotten a bit quiet. No worries, we have 60 folks watching. 60 folks in live. Watching Gaia Dragon. Where's the dragon? Or did I already kill the dragon? I didn't notice. I'd be disappointed if Gaia Dragon had no dragon in the army. Rebo. Rebo. It's holding up pretty well. Very well. I mean, look, almost all the health bars are at max. Well, almost all. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Scotty boy, yeah, Randu already fought. I think he was second in this round. Second to fight. And I believe I beat him. What time is that? I've forgotten to look at. Oh, it's 18 minutes to go. How many likes do we have? Do we need the quiz? Do we need the third quiz? 139 likes, not bad. Only 11 more to go to get the quiz. Maybe I won't drop it after all. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe Rando did lose. The Radio Geo, the devs say at the office regarding EMRD plus Bulwark combo. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I can ask tomorrow. Write that down. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember if Randu lost, but I think he did. He did. Somebody can check. I mean, it's probably about 15 minutes ago. About 15 minutes ago. He did lose. Oh dear. Let the memes begin. No worries, I'm sure Randu will have his revenge in the end. I'll mess up somehow and have a really weak army after all next time. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I've lost my mouse. Where's my mouse? Well, destroyer, no. I mean, my win rate is 84%, so it means a reasonable amount of you are beating me. Though when you see armies like that with all those skeletons. Oh dear. Babel Supreme, I issue a draw challenge. Yeah, actually, a fight night with a challenge like that would be interesting. Though it would require some serious thinking about the army, because it's so easy to create counters to armies that you're prepared for. In the end, it would be super easy. All you need to do is figure out exactly where to place, for instance, assassins or draining spirit and construct in the corner or something. Or do one of these builds where you have the enemy going back and forth all the time. You know, like constructs in the corners, and you have the Phoenix somewhere mid-range at the front. So when that spawns and your enemy is attracted to that, then when it gets killed, they go for the corners, then the Phoenix spawns again, then they go back again and do this back and forth while trapped inside entangling roots. Those quite often can end in draws. So... $17. Fire, swords, shield. 17 shield, swords, fire. Not looking good. 3. Can you draw this? Yeah, you can draw this army. Fastest if you do it with a pencil, for instance. If you use colored pens, it might take a while because there are quite a few colors there. But yeah, if you do a black and white picture with just a pencil, then you can draw that pretty quickly. I'm kidding with you. Raydenald, position 580. We had, who was it, was in position 845 and absolutely destroyed my army with the Titan build. We seem to have, yeah, this is a Titan build. Probably a clone on the Phoenix there. And it's destroying my army. Titan builds is the way to go, apparently, against my Necro Dragon army. Wrath of the Necro Dragon. Red Viking. I have no idea who I fought. Lots and lots of people. DSA at the moment. DSA from TST. Position 15. Not bad. But I have to say, not running well against my army. Rabble Supreme, if you fight my army, we may see a draw. Do you mean that you've done friendly fights against this army here now and gotten a draw? Annie Viper, I feel like elite signups should not be fighting again. That is one option, yes, but it makes it more fun for those who are still here watching the stream. Because then once they've fought, then why stick around? Because they're not going to fight again. I don't know. I mean, it's something I just came up with last time, just on the fly. Originally, I thought that, well, yeah, they wouldn't be in the second group. But then I thought that, well, it's extra bonus for those who manage it and can come and watch. I don't know. But I mean, valid point. And yeah, there's those who sign up late or come in late and can't sign up. So yeah. Yeah, there are always those edge cases. But even with the normal sign up, then that has to be... Well, it doesn't have to be, but it pretty much has to be closed. I mean, it gets difficult. It's a bit of a hassle if the sign up remains open. And we continue like that. 5 more likes to go and we get the third quiz. We have 5 more likes. More likes. Apples and gravy. Somebody called apples and gravy. There's grits and gravy, I know. Kingo. Wakatis. 7th. Position 169. Let's see. Well, I've got the plague spread inside the Barrier Monk's shield, so that's slowing down the catapult quite a bit. Also, was there a Celestial Spear in there? I think the Celestial Spear just died from the plague. Whew. That sped up towards the end quite a bit. That's right, Scotty boy. Hit that like and make sure you smash the subscribe button. We have 146 likes, 4 more to go. Gustav Lino, I'm on work and cannot see all the battles. So that's a shame, but if you can see some, then that's cool. That's cool. Yorkshire pudding. Ooh, I wouldn't mind a Yorkshire pudding. Makes a good Sunday lunch. Does. Where's quiz number 2? Quiz number 2. Number 2 is where it's been all the time. That is quiz number 2 there. I'll be dropping quiz number 3 in just a minute or two. We've got 148 likes. Wow! Now, if there's anybody who hasn't pressed the like button, then go ahead and press the like button. I can't do that. I can press the like button. Isn't that cheating? Press the like button on my own stream. Well, I suppose politicians can vote for themselves, so... Rabble Supreme. Discord message sent. Okay, just yeah. I can get Rabble Supreme he's been boasting that he has a potential draw. He has a potential draw, so at the end of the stream, once I've shut down the fight night, I shall in fact just do one spin up against Rabble Supreme. It'll be outside of the fight night, so no rewards in anything. I'll I'm interested in seeing the potential draw this army. I didn't like myself. No, I didn't. It just feels odd. Anyway, we have 149 likes. I shall go ahead and drop it so that, you know, folks have time to answer it. There's only 5 minutes left. Yeah. So there's the quiz 3. Quiz 2 is closing. Quiz 2 is now closed. Quiz 3 is open. I hope I worded it right. I just quickly wrote it. Didn't even... Yeah, no problem. That was quiz 2. Did you get a chance to answer it? Who's now asking where in Yorkshire? West Yorkshire, Wakefield, yeah. Cool. Install the like button on my mirror. Anyway, I actually have quite a few responses already, so looks as though we are in for a overpowering army for next time, with insane gems for a win. And I have to say, most likely the army will be a swarm army, and it will be OP with capital O and a capital P. It's going to be hard, very hard, very difficult army. I can assure you that. But the gems for win will equally be quite amazing. Sure yet what, but very amazing. I mean, maybe like 550 gems. No, it'll be good. It'll be good. I'm an Englishman that moved to Tennessee, originally from Sussex. Not quite. I'm an Englishman from New York. Not quite, but almost. Englishman from New York. Good song. Overwhelming potato. We have 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go of the stream. We'll do the rabble. Rabble Supreme. It's completely out of the fight night, so there's no rewards in it. It's just to it's just because I was very intrigued in Rabble Supreme being quite positive that he has a draw. And that is actually something I am very interested in. I'm starting to think that it sounds really neat. I want to hear you finish the stream in a thick New York accent. Yeah, I need to practice a New York accent. I'm pretty sure I can do one, but might need practice. We can do accents. My easiest American accent is from down south because, well, that's why I'm being quite a bit down south. Quite in the bayou, but somewhere down there. Right, we'll do one more battle after this, and then that will be the fight night over. Look at how many skeletons I have. 3. And we'll do one more, as I promised. I hate it when everything stops all of a sudden without any warning, so I was like to say, even though we're already at the time, say that we usually have 1 or 2 more. One or 2 more. The monkey's paw. Not looking good for the monkey's paw. Ah, the monkey's paw was defeated. Right, so that is the end of the fight night. The event is now closing. All those who did not fight will be now getting 100 gems. And remember, any gems that are awarded from the fight night, from the fights, battles, they do get sent to your account as soon as the fight is over. But it won't appear live on your phone. So if you have your device open, you have the game running there, it probably will not appear immediately there. You'll have to either restart the game, so log in, or you'll have to do something that requires gems. For instance, purchase some gold with gems or something, and that'll then also resync the gems inventory. So let's just... that is the closing of the fight night. Now let me just up our system. Could use the friend. Oops. Could use the friendly fight. I can't write. Could use it. I really can't write. Wrong here. There we go. And as I said, we'll do one quick spin up because I do want to see Rabble Supreme attempt a draw. And it should be Rabble Supreme now. There we go, Rabble Supreme. Up, using the assassins. Oh, Frozen the Dragon. Oh, there's a Frost Wizard in behind the 2 ancient trees. But that shouldn't be enough to stop all. Oh, but there's 2 of them. That'll create kind of like a barrier and they'll get stuck on them. I don't see a draw. Oh. Oh well, it was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. Anyway, there's a good conversation about accents in the chat there. Anyway, that's it for this time. Hope to see you next time. That'll be in 2 weeks, same time, same place. Otherwise, you can send in suggestions to the Discord. We'll get to those. Go through those at some point. If nothing else, then if they're upvoted a lot, then we can take a look at them in the next stream as well. That's about it. Can't wait for Monday for the Berserk Power Stone. It's an excellent one that's coming in. So, without further ado, it is time to sign off. Catch you later.